1 Nephi chapter 3. Lehi's sons returned to Jerusalem to obtain the plates of brass. Laban refuses to give them up. Nephi exhorts and encourages his brethren. Laban steals their property and attempts to slay them. Laban and Lemuel smite Nephi and are reproved by an angel. And it came to pass that I, Nephi, returned from speaking with the Lord into the tent of my father. And it came to pass that he spake unto me, saying, Behold, I have dreamed a dream, in the which the Lord hath commanded me that thou and thy brethren shall return to Jerusalem. For behold, Laban hath the record of the Jews, and also the genealogy of my forefathers, and they are engraven upon the plates of brass. Wherefore the Lord hath commanded me that thou and thy brothers should go unto the house of Laban, and seek the records, and bring them down hither into the wilderness. And now behold, thy brothers murmur, saying, It is a hard thing which I have required of them. But behold, I have not required it of them, but it is a commandment of the Lord. Therefore go, my son, and thou shalt be favored of the Lord, because thou hast not murmured. And it came to pass that I, Nephi, said unto my father, I will go and do the things which the Lord hath commanded. For I know the Lord giveth no commandment unto the children of men, save he shall prepare a way for them, that they may accomplish the thing which he commandeth them. And it came to pass that when my father had heard these words, he was exceedingly glad, for he knew that I had been blessed of the Lord. And I, Nephi, and my brethren, took our journey into the wilderness with our tents to go up to the land of Jerusalem. And it came to pass that when we had gone up to the land of Jerusalem, I and my brethren did consult one with another. And we cast lots, who of us should go in unto the house of Laban. And it came to pass that the lot fell upon Laban. And Laban went in unto the house of Laban. And he talked with him as he sat in his house. And he desired of Laban the records which were engraven upon the plates of brass, which contained the genealogy of my father. And behold, it came to pass that Laban was angry, and thrust him out from his presence. And he would not that he should have the record. Wherefore he said unto him, Behold, thou art a robber, and I will slay thee. But Laban fled out of his presence, and told the thing which Laban had done to us. And we began to be exceedingly sorrowful, and my brethren were about to return unto my father in the wilderness. And behold, I said unto them, that as the Lord liveth, and as we live, we will go down to our father in the wilderness until we have accomplished the thing which the Lord hath commanded us. Wherefore, let us be faithful in keeping the commandments of the Lord. Therefore, let us go down to the land of our father's inheritance. For behold, he left gold and silver and all manners of riches, and all this he hath done because of the commandments of the Lord. For he knew that Jerusalem must be destroyed because of the wickedness of the people. For behold, they have rejected the words of the prophets. Wherefore, if my father should dwell in the land after he hath been commanded to flee out of the land, behold, he would also perish. Wherefore it must needs be that he flee out of the land. And behold, it is wisdom in God that we should obtain these records, that we may preserve our children the language of our fathers, and also that we may preserve unto them the words which have been spoken by the mouth of all the holy prophets, which have been delivered unto them by the Spirit of God since the world began, even down into the present day. And it came to pass that after this manner of language did I persuade my brethren, that they might be faithful in keeping the commandments of God. And it came to pass that we went down into the house, to the land of our inheritance, and we did gather together our gold and our silver, and our precious things. And after we had gathered together these things together, we went up again to the house of Laban. And it came to pass that we went in unto Laban, and desired him that we would give unto us the record which were engraven upon the plates of brass. for which we would give unto him our gold and our silver and our precious things. And it came to pass that when Laban saw our property, and that it was exceedingly great, he did lust after it, insomuch that he thrust us out, and sent his servant to slay us, that he might obtain our property. And it came to pass that we did flee before the servants of Laban, and we were obliged to leave behind our property, and it fell into the hands of Laban. And it came to pass that we fled into the wilderness, and the servants of Laban did not overtake us, and we hid ourselves in the cavity of a rock. And it came to pass that Laman was angry with me, and also with my father, and also with Lemuel, for he hearkened unto the words of Laman. Wherefore Laman and Lemuel did speak many hard things unto us, their younger brothers, and did smite us even with a rod. And it came to pass, as they smote us with a rod, behold, an angel of the Lord came and stood before them. And he spake unto them, saying, Why do ye smite your younger brother with a rod? Know ye not that the Lord hath chosen him to be a ruler over you? And this because of your iniquities? Behold, ye shall go to Jerusalem again, and the Lord will deliver Laban into your hands. And after the angel had spoken unto us, he departed. And after the angel had departed, Laman and Lemuel began to murmur, saying, How is it possible that the Lord will deliver Laban into our hands? Behold, he is a mighty man, and he can command 50, yea, he can slay 50. Then why not us? It's interesting the contrast between Laban, Lemuel, Nephi, and Sam. The Lord commanded that Nephi and Sam and Laman and Lemuel go and get the plates. Nephi says, Hey, this might be a hard thing, but I will go and do, because I know the Lord gives no commandment, save he prepare a way. Save that there's a way to accomplish this thing. Yet Laman and Lemuel, they argue and they murmur, and they say, it's impossible. They go and the attempt is made the first time to simply ask for the plates, which they get run out of town. And they're like, no, I'm not gonna give you the plates. You guys are a robber. Well, then they bring gold and silver and precious things and try and buy the plates. Well, then Laban robs them. I always found that to be interesting. You guys are trying to rob from me. Well, I'm going to rob from you. Well, that doesn't seem very fair. And the second time, they aren't able to accomplish that thing either. So they run and they hide and they escape Laban's guards. When they hide under a rock and they begin to smite Nephi and Sam and begin to murmur, an angel appears. And the angel's like, guys, what are you doing? Like, stop beating up your brothers. And they're like, okay. And the angel testifies that they can do it. And as soon as the angel leaves, Laman and Lemuel again instantly start complaining and saying, well, Laban can slay 50. He can command 50. Then why isn't he just going to kill us? This is right after an angel appears. I don't know. I would think that if an angel appears and tells me I can do something, I'd kind of elect to believe that that would be the case, that I'd be able to do it. Sometimes we're asked to do hard things, and we have two different paths we can follow. We can be like Laman and Lemuel and argue and kick our feet and be like, oh, it's impossible. Or we can be like Nephi and Sam and be like, hey, if the Lord commands it, it can work. The angel's testifying. We're being commanded by a prophet to do it. Let's just go and do it. Which path are we going to choose?